I'll be exploring a little bit about using PowerFX in tandem with custom pages. So look at, first off, how you can navigate to the custom page, and then I'll explore a little bit about using PowerFX when you're on the custom page. So why do we choose to use a custom page? There are a few reasons. For one, it's really good at capturing information from multiple different entities all in a single place, rather than clicking around different places. It's really good. It can be used to replace the deprecated dialog process and also used to replace business process flows. And finally, like we've covered quite a bit in this presentation, PowerFX is low code, so it makes it really easy and accessible to everyone, not just to devs. So if you want to navigate to the custom page and you don't need to pass a record from CRM, you can actually do this straight with PowerFX. However, if you do need to pass a record to your custom page, you do need to use some JavaScript, but it is just a pretty short snippet of JavaScript that you can pretty much copy and paste. I'll just walk through an example that we've come up with. So we've got a command button here, and we select a record, click on that, and it'll open up this nice little dialog. And you see that we have different buttons and inputs that we can select and click here. So we'll enter in our information, click update record, and you can see that the records have been updated. On the previous slide, you can see that there's no box here. But when we have ticked this button, this box has appeared. So that's just one example of how custom pages are very customizable, and it's there's really no limit to what you can do with the UI. So that's pretty neat. And once we have updated the record, you can see that in CRM, the data has been updated there. This is a snippet of the PowerFX code that's used to update the record. So you can see it's nice and short. It probably won't take a developer to come up with. And if you want to make it a bit more fancy, you can add success or error notification as well. It's just a few extra lines of code there. As mentioned, this is a great example of, or a great use case is it can be used to replace the dialog process, which was out of the box but has been deprecated for some time. And this really requires minimal development, whereas if you use another approach, it will require quite a bit of custom code to achieve the same thing. It's also a great alternative to using business process flows if you need to go through a standard series of steps. And as mentioned, it's nice and customizable. It's very versatile. It's got a much nicer UI than business process flows. So that is one possible business application of this. We've got one more example of a custom page. So this is a fairly common business scenario of where a CRM user might need to create a contact with the parent account. And typically, if they do this, they'll need to create two separate records, which requires a lot more clicks and a lot more time. So what we've done is we've come up with one custom page where they can enter in all the information in one place, and then it will create both the contact and the parent account. You just enter in your information here, click the save button. We get this nice success page. And then you can navigate either to the account or the contact. And we can see that it's created both the account and the contact. So that saves a lot of clicks and a lot of time. So these are just two examples of what you can achieve fairly easily in a small amount of time with custom pages. But there are many more possible examples of implementing custom pages with PowerFX.